So he says outside. I'm like, good idea. And I'm going to face step out the window.
All right. Welcome to Fairly Adventurous, everyone. As you can tell, we're at a really minimal cast tonight. Chase was supposed to be here. Pretty sure he fell asleep. Again, it's 3 o'clock in the morning there. That would not necessarily be a problem, except Levi's out tonight. Josh is out one more week with his newborn baby. And Larry will be here, but he's going to be late. He was in Arizona for his job, and he flew back, and his plane landed like 3 hours ago. So he's hustling back. But his wife, quote, wanted his attention, end quote. I can't be for sure what that means, but I support it. Anyway, we are here with Melvin and Andrew, and we are going to do our best to carry the load for you guys. We do need to get this session though, because next week, hopefully Josh will be back. And while I could just waive Auric joining the party somehow, some way, I'm not going to do that. Or I'd prefer not to do that. So we're going to jump in here. I don't think I have anything that I need to say beforehand. We are just happy that you guys are here. And hopefully you're enjoying how average people play D&D. And you're getting some tips or some new ideas for how you guys want to run your campaigns. If you're a new player, you're getting ideas of how to play without feeling the pressure of being a professional voice actor. If you're a new DM, hopefully you're not feeling the pressure of being Matt freaking Mercer, who is amazing. We love Roll20, but let's be honest, it can put a lot of pressure.
Critical Role.
I did say Roll20, didn't I? Critical Role, Dimension 20. I've been watching a lot of Brennan Lee Mulligan videos, so maybe that crossover.
He's on Critical Role this week, so
he is, and he's a fantastic. These guys, and I didn't realize this, and I think I probably would have felt a lot better about my early DMing attempts like 6 years ago had I known this. Brennan Lee Mulligan's been running these games since he was like 12.
I think he started at 10.
Yeah, 10, 11, 12. Like, he's been playing these games for a long time. I'm sure that's probably true for Matt Mercer as well. That he's been playing it. I know that Critical Role has only been doing it for like 15 years, but yeah. Only been playing for 15 years.
Only.
That's chump change.
That's chump change. That's Brennan Lee Mulligan you got nothing on Brennan Lee Mulligan. But no, hopefully you guys are enjoying this, and hopefully you're watching and you're saying, yeah, okay. That's some things that we could try. That's actually a lot of what this first season has been. Is we're gonna and will continue to be is trying some new mechanics, trying some things, just letting the creation run a little bit wild. In preparation for, and not in preparation, because I didn't know one D&D was fully coming out in the next few months, but just trying some new things and trying to see what works for this party specifically. So we will get going here. Previously on D&D, the party was contracted by Duke Margrave to assist Marshal Tarse in procuring an individual who had been arrested in Neverwinter for purposes that were not disclosed to you. And you guys set out on a ship known by the Coasthold's Folly. A 3-day trip to Neverwinter, 1 day in port, 1 day back. That should be, that was the expectation, or not 1 day back, 3 days back. That's the expectation that was set for you guys. And it does seem like that is the case. You guys did run into a storm, but thanks to your valiant efforts and the efforts of the crew, the ship made it out unscathed. Maybe just a little bit fearful, but otherwise no one lost their life. Mr. Tushy was secured aboard. And none of the cargo was lost. The ship did not flood or burn, and the sail was secured. So well done all around for the intrepid heroes. The storm went most of the third day and partially into the night. And you guys are now the morning of the fourth day. The fourth day dawns, and you guys are sailing into the harbor around 8 a.m. We'll say that it takes about an hour or so to get secured to the dock, to get secured to your berth. So it's about 9 o'clock in the morning. You guys are in Neverwinter. Marshal Tars, who was knocked out due to a falling monkish, who is still recovering, I guess, still unfortunately that unfortunate head injury from falling, approaches you guys and says, cricks his neck and says, heard you guys saved the ship. Well done.
Many thanks.
He looks at you and says, fall?
This would be autumn, yes. A time of plenty and sharing for everybody.
That's such a soothing voice. I love this one. I'm so tired. This night did not do anything for me. Just keep talking. Just keep
You
talking.
do look awfully exhausted, my Harengon friend. Don't you worry.
I might
I'll
move
be
on
here
from
to take
Mr.
care of
Tush.
Tars at this point just says, all right, if we're quite done with that, we need to go ashore and procure our friend. Are you guys ready?
Lead the way.
Okay. Ara joins you guys on deck as you guys walk the gangplank onto the pier in the docks of Neverwinter. And it takes about 30 minutes. He leads you in the crowded streets of Neverwinter through into the Protector's Enclave towards a large guard post in the city. And when he gets there, he walks confidently in, and you guys find that a guard sergeant is actually already there waiting for you. Tars walks up to him, and nods. Seemingly, they know each other. And just as the guard sergeant, who is wearing a cloak over his tunic in the morning air, waves it around, and you see sewn into one of the patches, or sewn into his tunic, an insignia of a red and gold shield with a crown onto it. And Tars, like I said, kind of knowing each other, but not being looking like they already know each other, holds up a leather pouch with the same insignia in not knitted, sewn. That's the word I'm looking for. Sewn into it. I just said it too. Sewn into it. And he shakes his hand and he says, Sergeant.
Can we make some sort of intelligence check to see if we recognize that symbol?
Yes, go ahead and make me a history check.
History check. All right. Probably not with that roll. 6.
Yeah.
I know nothing.
I will because you technically saw it as well, Milo. If you want to attempt, I'm gonna give you a chance.
Why not? Why not? Hopefully this dice is on my side.
Unless you're not interested.
11.
11. You cannot confidently say that you've heard about it, Ranshaw. Although it does look important, you're not placing it. Perhaps you just didn't get a very good look at it.
Very aesthetically pleasing design.
Milo, you know that it belongs to a group. Through your investigations, you have learned about some details of groups that operate on the coast, on the Sword Coast. But at this very moment, just because you're so tired, you're unable to put the pieces together.
Dang it. Disadvantage.
Yeah. So he just shakes his hand and says, Sergeant, is he ready? The sergeant says, he will be shortly, Marshal Tars. He still he's still recovering from his incident last week. Who are your companions here? Marshal Tars steps back and he says, some hired hands.
Hello, I'm Ranshaw Cathil. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
The sergeant reaches out to shake your hand. His demeanor is similar to Marshal Tars, but he seems to be of a more the very fact that he's reaching out his hand to shake yours indicates that he's more of a sociable individual. And he introduces himself. Sorry. He introduces himself as Willem Shaw. Sergeant Willem Shaw of the Neverwinter Guard. He says, welcome to Neverwinter. Shouldn't be too much trouble for 3 individuals, Marshal, to be hired on. I guess you guys must be very specially talented to require such a fine escort, or to provide such a fine escort.
I think so.
We all have our own special contributions to make, don't you think? Like, aren't we all special in our own way?
You're right. We are.
Uh-huh. At that point, Shaw just turns to Tars. And he says, if you'll allow my absence, I'll go make sure that the dwarf is prepared for you. And Tars nodding his head. They walk away. Tars just looks at you guys and then stands still. Doesn't say anything.
So, we're here to collect a dwarf, huh? Too bad Oric couldn't be with us. Probably would have been nice to talk with another dwarf.
I would say otherwise. It's probably not a good idea to have 2 in the same vicinity.
Tars just looks at you and says, that's racist. And then he just looks away again. Just like, we don't need 2 of them darn dwarfs around here. No, Tars just you guys see the stone visage of Tars. He's just not really paying attention to what you guys are saying so much.
Marshall, are you feeling well today? Like, have you recovered properly from the travails of yesterday?
He says, I'm fine.
Are you sure? I know some acupressure techniques that are known to help not only improve the mood, but improve the circulation, help with your flexibility. If you have any headaches.
What about being just tired?
Well, I mean, I could help you feel a little more relaxed, but I can't really help with true exhaustion. You just gotta rest and let nature take its course on that one.
Oh, patootie.
But if you ever want a good deep tissue, I can help you out.
Tars looks at you, and you get the idea he doesn't really know all the words that you're saying. Or rather, he knows the words, but he's never heard them in that combination before. And he looks at you and he says, Ranshaw, take this any way you want. I would rather let the most disease-ridden wench touch my tissues than let you go deep in me.
I can see that. Yeah. I mean, to each their own, man. I get it.
As he's confused
Ranshaw
on what
abides.
Ranshaw was saying, Milo's confused on what he just meant. Okay.
About 10 minutes passes, and then Sergeant Shaw returns with a dwarf who's sober. It's about 10 o'clock in the morning. He's been detained for several days at this point. His good time has passed, and he's recovered from it for the most part. But you see him see his head bandaged, fresh bandages. And he walks up and he says, Tars! What in good blazes are you doing here? Tars just nods and he says, Grimble, we're in need of your assistance, which is why I'm here. And Tars pulls out the sack of coin, a small sack of coin, and the letter that was provided to him, and he hands him over to Sergeant Shaw, and he says, I know, Sergeant, that you'll officially need this for your records, so here you are. Shaw nods, takes them. And you guys notice on the envelope, which you didn't notice before, is the letter is sealed, but it's not sealed by a royal house crest. It is sealed by the same insignia that you guys saw them show to each other. And it's very small, very minute, and this is the first time you guys are getting a look at it in the light. And this is what he provides to him. Shaw just simply says, safe travels, my friends. Gimble, don't come back. Just please don't come back. Gimble's like, oh, it was one night, and you didn't even join me, you wank. Shaw can't, you notice Shaw can't help but have a little smirk, but he suppresses it very quickly, and then he just walks off. All right. Who are these two individuals? These three. Ara's still here, technically. Must remember this.
Milo. That's all you need to know.
What in blazes is a Milo?
My name.
No,
we just asked.
No. Your name is now Bloodhair. That's your name now. Enjoy it. What about you? Eladrin, right?
Wow, what a surprise. Someone who actually knows what an Eladrin is. A pleasure to make your acquaintance. My name is Ranshaw Cathil. I believe I overheard the good marshal here refer to you as Gimble or Grimble.
Both.
Something like that. Both. All
Both.
Right.
Gimble.
Grimble.
Grimble. Honestly, I've gone by worse. I've also came up with that name like 30 seconds ago and may have forgotten the R.
I mean, we are all entitled to be called by whatever name we desire to, you know? Like names are just a label, man.
So we're enjoying fall today, are we?
Indeed.
Yeah.
Everything is good.
Well, it's a very similar personality to the last Eladrin I encountered. We always had good times during the fall season, her and I. Good times.
Fall is a good season.
It is a great season, especially when she falls down on top of me. All right. Hold on.
Okay. This is gonna be an interesting trek back.
Are we going by land or are we going by sea? Looks at Tars. Tars says, sea. Follow me to the docks, Grimble, Gimble, whatever you're calling yourself today. Ha! Very well. Always love a good sea trip. Get my sea legs back.
For mine.
You still thinking about that last one?
For sure, we should go before any trouble appears.
Yeah. Oh, there's never any trouble in Neverwinter. Except for all the trouble that has happened.
You're interesting.
You seem to like to cause a little trouble or fun yourself.
Me? No, I never cause any trouble. At this point, you guys notice Tars is walking out of the building, and everyone seems to just be walking with him. But even as you guys are walking back to the docks, so I never caused no trouble. Trouble just always seemed to find its way to me when I was having a good drink. Ah!
So what I'm hearing is we just got to make sure you don't have too much drink on hand.
What I'm saying is actually you should always ensure I have drink on hand.
I was just gonna say, let's not limit anybody yet.
Oh,
that's fine. I don't have any on me, but as I recall, the captain of our good ship had some fine spirits.
Really? Fantastic. That wouldn't happen to be. Oh. Never mind. I didn't give him a name. I literally didn't give him a name all last episode.
Nope.
Never mind.
I was like, I don't have anything great.
Yeah. Cool. We get to come up with one. That wouldn't be,
just know him as
Captain
Captain.
Gimbal. Would no, I'm just kidding.
That's where I've heard the name before.
No.
Oh.
It's canon.
Yeah. That wouldn't happen to be Captain Heyman, would it?
Heyman. That might have been his name.
You don't know?
Huh. I don't recall asking, and I don't remember him saying. He was just the captain, you know?
He was just the captain.
Sure. Well, we'll find out for sure. He always has that nice bottle of whiskey that sometimes he'll let super friendly individuals, never his own crew, touch.
It must be him, because I saw that bottle.
Did you drink from it?
Well, when he offered it, I wasn't quite in the right season. And when I was in the right season, we were dealing with a storm, so I didn't really get to enjoy it then either.
Oh, my friend, there is never the wrong season for 15-year-old whiskey. Come on. You guys walk back, and there's really no trouble in Neverwinter. Tar's always on the lookout. You guys passively perceiving, even as you're talking to Grimble. But you guys move throughout the city. Takes you about another 30 to 45 minutes. As again, it is still a busy path forward. But you get back to the dock and you get back to Coasthold's Folly. And as Grimble walks onto the ship, he spots the captain, and he goes, "Heyman, my good friend!" Walks towards him. Grimble! Makes sense. I figured when I heard we were going to secure an individual who had too good of a time that it might have been you. Indeed, my friend. I heard I heard this fine Eladrin here turned you down for a whiskey. Indeed he did. Is it the right season now, Ranshaw?
Oh, this.
Of course
I'm up
it
for
is.
whatever.
Grimble speaks up.
What he said.
Very
I
good.
don't want to cause a fuss.
At that point, Tarse grabs Grimble by the shoulder. He says, "Not right now. We haven't left port." And you still have the ability to run into the city.
Oh, for sure. Hey, Captain dude, do you need any, would you like any help with, offloading or loading onto the ship, anything? Can I help with any of that?
Well, the men have got it. The men can do it, but a strong pair of hands never hurts. Certainly.
All right.
What about you, Bunny?
Rabbit. Hair. I guess we just
his name is
all
Blood
kinds of
Hair.
things out today. It is not that, but I'm gonna let it slide.
It sounds cooler than Milo.
Just walks.
Walks away. Grimble saying, peers over, elbows Ranshaw. Did I say something?
He's just real particular and kind of shy until you get to know him.
Oh, well, we'll put some whiskey in him. He'll be all right.
If you really want to get to know him a little better, there's this one dude around here. Don't know his actual name. We just keep calling him Mr. Tushy. Milo seems to really like him.
Okay. Can you point him out to me? Wait, hold on. How would I get on his good side with Mr. Tushy?
Well, I mean, if Milo's a little standoffish, maybe if you get Mr. Tushy to like show Milo a little attention, you know, might get Milo in a better mood.
Right. Yes. Okay. Tushy always gets me in a better mood. You're right. Okay. We'll we'll think about that. All right. Very good. Anyway, and then Tars, you can hear him say about that whiskey, and Tars just grabs him by the
dragging him away.
Yeah. Pulls him and says, "All right, I'm gonna go ensure that our good Mr. Grimble here doesn't get himself into any trouble." Captain says, "Very well." I think I'm mixing my voices here. Captain says, "Very well, Marshal. You do that. As for you, Mr. Ranshaw, that gentleman over there could probably use some help with the ropes."
Righteous.
Milo on the ship, does he see Mr. Tushy working anywhere nearby?
Yes, actually walking up. So right now the cargo is being lifted out of the cargo hold and swung over. There's a crane set up on the dock. The ship itself didn't really have one. You get the feeling that it could have been done, but the docks have their own ability. So the docks were lifting cargo out and putting it on. And actually on the pier itself is the young strapping Mr. Tushy, unloading the cargo as it's set on the pier and moving it off for pier authorities to check and store.
Sweat glistening off of his muscles.
the upper straps of his tunic let loose in the morning air with just a slight tuft of chest hair.
Like the cover of a romance novel.
being that I'm already on the ship, Milo doesn't go back off to help, but instead climbs up on top of the railing around the edge and kind of just watches.
Okay. Do you care if he notices?
It'd be obvious that he can tell that I'm looking, but every time he looks my way, I kind of just, the birds.
Oh my God.
Oh, there's another one.
Birds, seagulls, yes, of course. Okay. This continues on for the entirety of the day. It doesn't take very long because the ship didn't have a lot of cargo in it to begin with. But once that's offloaded, which takes about another 45 minutes or so, just crate after crate after crate is brought from warehouses on shore to the ship and is loaded onto the ship. Tushy remaining on the pier to load it up into the nets, it being lifted up, brought in, and then other individuals around, then storing it in the cargo sections below. Individuals at each deck making sure that the ropes are guiding the ropes down into the hold. Ranshaw, you assist with this.
Remembering, still relaxed as I am, still making sure that every day on this voyage, I'm just using my ancestral knowledge of sailing and whatnot, so that even if I don't got that muscle memory, I at least know what I'm doing.
Yeah, absolutely. That ancestral knowledge really helping guiding packages into holes. You are
know all about them holes.
And you know how to hold it too. So you guys, that takes the entirety of the day. And it reaches nightfall, and the last crate is loaded right at nightfall. Sunset specifically. And
good day of honest work.
That's right. Crew, gentlemen, as long as you're back by sunrise, because we are leaving as quickly as the sun rises, you have shore leave. You hear several of them give yelps and whoops. Mr. Tushy walks up to Milo, or Bloodhair, as Grimble has christened him, and he just says, Care for a night on the town?
Oh.
What? Can rabbits blush?
Your ears just get really straight.
Yeah, that's not the only thing that gets straight.
God.
Jeez. Milo
Right there, we're no longer a family-friendly channel.
Looks up.
Never claimed. Okay. And he just nods, and he reaches his hand down, and you reach your hand up, and it's just kind of an awkward little walk.
Like a mother walking her child.
But you guys...
Do I see them leave the ship together?
You do.
Love knows no boundaries.
That's crazy.
Should have nipped this in the bud if you didn't want this to play out this way, Melvin.
And
You're in too deep now.
We're here now.
Speaking of deep, how deep do you get? No, I'm just kidding. I was really glad that you were taking a drink at that time, Andrew.
I was going to say, you saw you were. I was taking a drink. You did that on purpose.
I did do it on purpose. So you guys go out on for the night on town. I'll let you tell me if you want to elaborate any more than that, but we'll go to Ranshaw. Ranshaw, do you venture into the city or do you stay aboard?
Honestly, I think Ranshaw would stay aboard and maybe see if he could take up the captain on that offer of that drink and just kind of spend some time in fellowship with the smaller crew that might be the skeleton crew that's left, so to speak.
A few sailors do stay behind, and you notice that of them, they're more middle-aged, and you hear them talking about families and wives and sweethearts. And the captain says, the captain invites you, Tars, and Grimble to dine with him this evening. Which there are the ship's crew, the chef aboard still remains to provide food. And you guys sit down to enjoy a dinner together.
Excellent fare as always. Thank you again for the invitation, Captain.
You're welcome. Slides you a drink. He says, as promised, here you are.
And as I promised, thank you. To your health. To all of our health.
Grimble holding up a drink. Here, here. Tars puts his hand on Grimble.
No.
We are still in port, and it is dark outside, and I can't keep as close an eye on you. No. He puts his hand down. Grimble's saying,
Grimble grumbles.
He grumbles. The captain takes a drink with you, though. Captain accepts your toast. And as he's watching Grimble out of the corner of his eye and Tars, he just smiles as he sips on the whiskey.
So
warms the throat. Good to keep bacteria away.
Let's say, I know that whiskey's supposed to be sipped. It's supposed to be savored. I'm just gonna and one go. Lose my headset while I do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Ranshaw's just gonna go just in one go, just the entire thing.
The captain looks at you wide-eyed. First of all, roll me an insight check.
Sure thing. Oh, that's a much better number. Pull up my insight here. So that'd be +4. That's an 18.
18. Okay. You see him first. There's shock, like he's surprised that just happened, and there is a small amount of respect, but there's also a understanding that what a waste of good whiskey. And Grimble just starts laughing. I like him. Here, Captain, if you don't want to give him a second drink, I'll take it.
He's gonna keep trying.
He's shaking his head. No. The food goes on.
Ranshaw's just going to enjoy that burn. You're just like literally savoring it. It's like,
an autumn bonfire.
Yeah. Feelings like this, these are the moments that help you remember that you are alive and the beauty of living itself. Just, yeah.
Yeah. All right, make me a Constitution check.
Sure thing.
Autumn is something. This is like...
Not one.
Yes! Yes!
+2 for a 3.
All right. You're sitting there with a fire in your belly, and then your head starts to get real fuzzy.
Oh, man.
And then your stomach starts to grumble.
Oh.
And Grimble goes, "Oh, I've seen that look before." Outside. Rancho, go outside right now. Over the deck. And the captain just scoots back.
Question. So captain's cabin, from what I remember it looking, where it's supposed to be, is there a window, to view outside?
Sure. There'll be windows facing the aft windows facing rear of the ship.
Cool. So he says outside. I'm like, good idea, and I'm gonna face step out the window.
Just entire body.
Okay. At first, there's confusion, as they don't really know where you went. And they just hear a splash. And Tars with a shocked look just points at the window. And the captain's like, wait, what? Hey, Tars just like, I think he's in the water. Captain stands up, man overboard! And runs up to the poop deck and just grabs a rope that is on the poop deck and looks over the railing to see if he can see you. Just to be sure, can you swim?
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a swim speed,
right.
But I can swim. I'm fair. I'm if it helps, I am proficient in athletics.
Okay.
So I can swim. I imagine I'm in the water and treading water and just like
you're swimming in your own puke.
Yep.
Having just absolutely downed a glass or 2 fingers of 15-year-old whiskey on an empty stomach.
Yep.
And you in your current form being very mellowed out, not being used to such a substance. Not a lot of liquor in the monk's monastery.
Nope.
Are just swimming in your own puke. And the captain says, Radshaw, do you need this rope or you want to swim to the docks?
I think I'll go ahead and swim some of this off.
At that point,
I feel a little better now.
Okay. And he gets off the poop deck and he goes onto the docks and he just assists you up. There's a ladder for something like this happening.
Yeah.
Strangely enough, it just seems like sailors get drunk and fall off their ships all the time.
This is
yeah.
Swim away from my sick and make sure that it's kind of not a full bathing, but just make sure I'm not ass covered in it.
Sure.
By the time I get to the dock.
So he'll help you on deck. He says, I think we better get you to a cot here, Ranshaw. Let's get you dried off and in some fresh clothing.
That sounds like an excellent idea. Thank you.
Yeah, Grimble.
You are amazing.
Grimble walks up on the deck and he says, good fall rain, has it?
For sure. A rarity, but always fun when it happens.
Yeah. Yeah, you weren't supposed to fall off the ship.
I see what you did there.
Hello.
No, that was so cute.
Immediately derailed the session.
The baby.
Baby!
Oh. Hello,
Hi,
baby.
Jesse and Callista in the background. Very good.
It's trying.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's all right. Oh, attack her. Attack Jesse, baby. Yes. Latch on. Don't let go. All right. All right. Welcome. Ara, you're asleep. Good for you. Now, I'm going to ask this, Milo. Is there anything that I should know about that happens in Neverwinter? Or does what stay in Neverwinter, or what happens in Neverwinter stay in Neverwinter?
Well, let's paint this like one of those.
By all means, Milo, paint me like one of your French tushies.
One of these drama movies. You have like this quiet montage where it's just beautiful music playing in the background and no words are being said, but we're speaking to each other. I do ask him what his name is.
You ask him. And he goes, whatever you want it to be. No, I'm just kidding. Sam. My name is Sam.
Oh, what a sexy name.
Sam Tushy.
Touche. We were close.
It's canon. Damn it.
And I wrote it down, so it's in my notes. That's Sam Touche. Since I've never been to Neverwinter before, and it seems he's been here or knows a little bit of how to traverse through the city.
Sure.
We stop tavern, get a couple drinks. You see Milo needs a little booster chair just to sit eye level with him. Tries to tell a joke. It doesn't land very well. Puts Milo back into his like quiet state. Asks for more drinks. I'm just gonna drop like 20 silver pieces, just unknowing how many drinks I'm gonna have throughout the night.
Okay. The 3 foot you thinking bold, my 3 foot fan, 3 foot friend.
Well, we're sharing. I'm paying for his drinks and food.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Eventually have way too much. We walk out, see one of those like street performers that's playing viol.
Okay.
Almost violin like. And just attempt to snatch it from the person.
What?
And then try to like, I got this, and then try to play it myself.
Okay. All right. First of all, I want a general charisma check for the for the evening.
Oh my goodness.
Let's see. I'm still pretty fucking tired.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is at disadvantage. Oh, no way. That is nat 1 to make it a 1.
No.
Okay. So you your joke goes off about as well as a wet fart in church.
Kind of figured.
Yeah.
I'm not good at telling jokes myself, so.
Yeah. So he's, at this point, 'cause with the booster seat and everything, he's like, what am I doing? But then you pay for his meal and a couple drinks, and it more or less recovers. You're not going anywhere, but you're not out. You haven't been tossed out yet either. Then you find this violinist, and he seems to be clapping along with the music. Give me. Are you going to try and take this by force, or are you going to try and? Or are you going to try and ask for it?
Let's try and ask first.
Okay. Give me a persuasion check at disadvantage because you're exhausted.
Yep. 13.
13. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So everyone's having a good time, and at first, the musician looks a bit worried. He's like, this is, you see a coin, a mug of coins in front of him.
I tell him he can keep the profits if I make any from this.
And he just says, all right, one song. I'm going to need it back.
Cool.
And then he hands it over to you.
Milo begins to play, tries to do something soothing.
Tries to do something. Okay, remind me, do you have proficiency in this musical instrument?
Yes.
You do. Okay.
I do.
Okay. Give me a performance check. Do you have proficiency in performance?
I do not.
Okay. You may consider yourself proficient with this instrument. Go ahead and make me a performance check. With the proficiency bonus added. And still, of course, at disadvantage, though, because you do be tired.
Pretty tired. It's 11.
11. Okay. It's not your best performance. You do.
I'm a little probably. And words. Alcohol has taken over.
Okay. It's not your best performance by far. You definitely know you can do better, but it's fine. It's not exactly the mood that your date was expecting, especially since he was clapping along with the more upbeat jigs. But clearly, you have talent with it. And every once in a while you get a good crisp note, and a couple people do put some coins in there, and you finish and people do politely clap, but again, and your date is impressed that you can play an instrument, but it wasn't exactly like a knockout performance. And you'll hand the violin back.
Fair enough.
I
attempt to hand it back. I'm stumbling.
Yeah.
Depth perception's probably off right now, so I don't know if his hands actually grabbed it. I kind of just let go.
All right.
Start walking.
He almost fumbles it, but he catches it just in time. You get the feeling that this is a very prized possession for him. And Sam Tushy says no. No. Grabs you by, he says, all right, I think it's time we get you back.
What? The night is young. We're having fun.
Yep. You're definitely having fun. Come on. And as long as you don't specifically stop him, he guides you back to the ship. And
I'm pretty sure there's no possible way I'm fighting anyone off right now. So.
All right,
I've got 2 exhaustion points. I'm 3 foot tall.
All right, so
probably only weigh like 30 pounds.
Yeah, and he's a sailor, and he's physical exertion is what he do. All right, so he brings you back to the ship, and you just pass out in a cot. Ranshaw, you get clothed and you're back in a cot. Aura's already resting. We'll say that you guys sleep, or in your case, Ranshaw, trance. And even though in your state, Ranshaw, even though normally you only need a 4-hour trance, you actually get the feeling that you took longer than normal.
Right. Had to recover. That was a lot of whiskey.
Right. Well, luckily,
the 1 cup.
Luckily, you threw up most of it, so the you only really were a little buzzed before you just were. Your stomach was just not prepared for it.
Right.
You weren't even like blackout drunk.
No.
Your stomach was just not prepared for the contents. Your body not used to it. What little did absorb gave you a head rush immediately. But then you threw up most of the rest. So you're not even hungover. Your body's like, hold on, I just don't like this. Yeah. So you took more time. But eventually you all three wake up in the morning. The crew has all made it back at various points throughout the evening. And the fifth day dawns as the crew hops up. A lot of them still tired from staying up and having some fun, but all within all serviceable.
Oh my God.
And they start making preparations to set sail. The captain already on the poop deck giving out orders. Grimble stirs, and you get the feeling that immediately he did not drink at all. But you don't get that feeling because he's up and around. You get that feeling because he's very grouchy. It's almost like his natural state is.
So he's the opposite.
Yeah,
if he doesn't have hangovers, he has a hangover.
His natural state seems to be hungover, and when he wakes up without a drink, he seems irritable. These cots are uncomfortable. How did you all sleep?
I slept good. I don't even know what's going on. All I know is I was sleeping pretty good.
Yeah, you really didn't talk much yesterday. But in fact, what was your name? I don't even know your name.
It's Ara.
Ara. I'm Grimble. Is a dwarf. Swings out of the cot and walks over to shake your hand. Or claw, rather.
Good to meet you.
Of course. Hopefully we'll have a drink soon. If my nanny looks over at Tars, who is already up and in full armor. And just staring at Grimble. If my nanny will ever let me have one. Tars is just like, soon we'll be in the open ocean. And frankly, I trust you more on the open ocean than I do in Neverwinter.
For good or ill, I
Is this
up.
So is this the gentleman that we are picking up and escorting from Neverwinter?
Yes, and you were there, Larry. You were there, so you're kind of aware of that.
Okay.
But anyway, the ship puts out to sea. Tars just kind of make sure that Grimble doesn't jump ship beforehand. And then once you guys are underway, Tars takes his point at the bow, kind of acting as a watch again. Milo, you see Sam messing with the ropes in the mornings. Go ahead and make me an insight check.
I need another.
Well, wait, hang on. You didn't roll a disadvantage, did you?
Yeah, you shouldn't roll a disadvantage. You slept one, so you only have disadvantage on saving throws right now.
Or is it ability?
It's ability checks.
That's right.
You're right.
You had 2 levels of exhaustion. That's right.
I did.
He had 2.
I forgot.
No, that's my fault. I for some reason thought it was the other way around. Yeah, no, 1. As far as you know, he's just as into you as he always has been.
Honestly, with how my brain is feeling right now, and the world's still slightly spinning a little bit, I'm more worried about where the water is at that I can have to drink because I got to get past this.
All right. So you see him on deck and then the waves and everything. So you go back below to the galley and get a good mug of water to try and clear your system out. I assume Ranshaw is helping with the ship if there's opportunity.
No.
Okay.
No. Ranshaw take points with Tars. Keep lookout for trouble.
Okay.
Feel like good day for trouble. Every day, good day. Every day, good day for trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, after Milo gets a couple glasses, maybe more than a couple, shakes it off a little bit. It's like, okay, I got this. Walks back up. Bright sun for a moment, and then looks at Sam. Not really sure how the night went, So it's just going to give like a quick wave and then go find somewhere to just post and do his watch as he was doing on the way to Neverwinter.
Okay. Sam just kind of nods back politely, and then you make your way up to the crow's nest, and stay up there. The first day goes about as well as it can go. The sea is calm. Every once in a while, a good wave comes up and buffs the ship, as there's a slight north gale, but that actually works in your favor as you're traveling south. So, yes.
Can I look at the crew below? We just spent 3 days getting here, and we were at port for a day. I just want to make sure that it is the same crew that is on the ship now.
Okay.
And there hasn't been a new face that's appeared other than Grimble.
Okay.
Paranoia activated.
Make me a perception check.
14.
14. Okay. From your perspective, it's really difficult to get full facial details. But every once in a while you'll climb down and you'll kind of scan the group to make sure that you see everyone. As far as you remember, now it's a relatively large crew for a cargo ship. There's 30 individuals.
Like 30 people.
Yeah. 30 people on the ship. And you do your best to look at each one of them. And as best as you can tell, they're all the same people.
Okay.
At least no one is striking out in your mind and saying, that guy's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Humanoids all look the same to you anyways.
Yeah.
That is what was said. Yep. That was that. Someone said that. He said that. Milo said that.
It's hard. It's hard. I don't try to be a bad person. It
just naturally happens. All right. The first day goes well, though. Tars and Ranshaw keeping vigil the whole time. Are walking on deck every once in a while to do the same. As far as anyone can tell, it goes well. You guys get your meal from the ship, and the night dawns, and the crew starts going in for a dinner. The night dawns. The night.
I wasn't gonna say anything.
The night cometh.
It made sense to me.
Falls. Night typically falls.
It does typically fall.
The night falls.
Yeah. Night falleth. I'm tired. And
we all are.
Yeah. All of us have, well, fucking Melvin doesn't. All of us have children, and we're all tired all the time. It's just the chronic state of fatherhood.
Yes.
But you guys go to the captain and get a meal once again. Grimble joins you. Tars joins you. Tars his normal stern self. But unless anyone wants to interact or ask questions, we'll just say that the dinner goes well. Going once.
Ranshaw makes a point of not drinking anything.
Okay.
Other than water.
Okay. And you notice the captain doesn't even offer that particular drink. He just offers a good ale. Grimble grumbles a little bit at that, but he's like, "Oh, a drink's a drink. I don't care," and starts drinking it.
I think Milo also takes a cup because the best way to get over a hangover
is to drink more.
Is to drink more.
24 hours later.
What his grandparents told him.
Right.
You need a bit of the hair that bit you. Wait, no, that's not how that goes.
Give me a bit of hair that gone. Grimble looks over as you're drinking and he says, "Ah, yes, hair of the dog, blood hair. I love it."
Milo does not smile nor look his way. I am finding that I am not a fan of this dwarf.
All right.
but he ignores Grimble's comment and looks at Tarsh. Hey, Tarsh, I have a question for you, if you don't mind answering this.
If I can,
I
certainly.
noticed that the gentleman we were talking to in Neverwinter, the guard, he had a sigil on his chest.
He did.
Do you mind if I ask what that is,
I
or
don't.
who that is?
I don't. Sergeant Shaw and I belong to a group on the that operates on the Sword Coast called the Lord's Alliance, and Sergeant Shaw and I were simply acknowledging each other's membership.
Are you guys affiliated to anything specifically, or what's the deal with the Alliance?
Well, the Alliance is a group of like-minded individuals that normally a part of the aristocracy of Coasthold, not Coasthold, the Sword Coast, as well as loyal retainers who seek the stability of the power dynamic on the coast.
Okay, so I'm getting like a good vibe from it then.
Certainly. We unite against common threats mostly.
All right, that's all I was curious about, basically.
Okay. I can't tell if you're going to say anything or not. Okay. All right.
Me?
Ranshaw. So he just nods, and the dinner, the conversation is polite, and Grimble says, "Yeah, the Lord's Alliance can do pretty good things, but they've also been known to work in their own self-interests quite often. Isn't that right?" Takes a drink, seemingly jabbing at Tarse a little bit.
Okay.
Tarsh just says, "We all seek our own interests. I wouldn't expect someone like you to throw shade at that, Grimble." He says, "Oh, no, of course not." Of course not. I also normally seek my own self-interest. I just don't think that the gentlemen need to... that you need to pretend like the Alliance doesn't have its own... that it doesn't have its own flaws, my friend.
Yes. Dwarf has good point.
What would you know about it, Aladrin?
No offense. Occasionally, Lord's Alliance not cause trouble per se, but take nose in my elder's business. They do not appreciate a independent monastery on the Sword Coast.
Oh, we don't have anything wrong with the Platinum Monastery, Ranshaw. The Platinum Scale.
Not the monastery at the Platinum Scale. I am referring to Dragon's Rest off of Stormwreck Isle.
Oh, we don't have anything wrong with Dragon Crest either. We just simply wary of the power your elder wields. And he looks you dead in the eye.
I stare right back. You think you use power better?
I think that much power in one individual's hands is not an unnatural thing for this world, but certainly a dangerous one, and one that the Alliance would seek to counteract for our own benefit and the benefit of all of society on the Sword Coast. What's stopping your elder from deciding that they simply know better?
She has no interest in imposing her will upon the Sword Coast.
Of course
Trust
not.
me. Let me ask you though, what is to stop your leaders, your nobles who change so frequently from deciding to suddenly, their city is not big enough for them. Their lands are not big enough for them.
Well, the other nobles.
There. It's not perfect world.
He takes a drink. He says, now Now you have me sounding like a damn harper. And he takes a drink. But
Harper's not bad. Good people talk too much.
Talk a lot. he laughs. You actually get Tars to laugh out of that.
Yes!
He says, God, they do love the sound of their own voices. I'll admit, I have a begrudging respect for their mission, but it seems like everywhere they go, it's, you have too much power. You have too much power. Everyone has too much power. But have you ever asked what one of them would do with such power? I promise you, they don't have a good response.
There's also the power of Grayskull.
I'm not familiar with this. Is Legend?
I know who that is.
It's definitely Legend.
All right. Anyway, dinner ends, and you guys are retired for the. God damn it, Larry! Don't you have a plane to catch or something?
Man, I'm home. I'm probably home for good now.
Oh well, thank God. We have more Grayskull references to make.
You kept saying power this, power that. Like I couldn't
help it.
I couldn't help myself.
No, that's fine. All right. The second day comes, and I imagine, unless anyone wants to tell me otherwise, they're kind of doing the same things, making up their perception checks as the crew runs the ship.
I will say this particular day, Ranshaw will be attempting to help the ship because he's got a bit more spring
in his step. Yep. Okay. Spring in his step. Mm-hmm. You assist. Go ahead and make me an athletics check.
Yeah, not a problem.
You're proficient in athletics. You have the knowledge. We'll just say the knowledge is what's letting you do it in the first place.
Fair enough. That's 19.
19. Okay. You go about assisting the crew, and they actually seem appreciative of it, unlike last time. This time you're actually putting in an effort, and they also know you a little bit better. Even if you change every other day, this is at least the second time they're seeing spring. So
true.
It goes well for you, and you get some begrudging, or not begrudging, it's, admiration, sailor's admiration.
Yeah.
Ara, do you do anything specific?
I'm just gonna continue doing what I was doing and just stay out of the way.
Okay, staying out of the way. Tars keeps a lookout. Grimble and the captain, you guys hear every once in a while them just boisterously laughing from the captain's cabin. Don't know what's being said, but they're just talking and having a good old time. You're officially not exhausted anymore, Milo, having got a good night's rest. About halfway through the day, a small shower, nothing awful, no bad winds, no storm, no thunder and lightning, just a small shower covers the deck, and the crew actually seem to enjoy it. Being the summer months, they're like, ooh, nice, refreshing rainstorm, not too cold, just keeping things moist. Anyone who is currently keeping a lookout, go ahead and make me a perception check.
I specifically said I wasn't.
You did.
Well, last time I was on the boat, I was keeping a lookout, so...
I'll say you can do this, yeah.
All right.
That's a 24 from Milo.
Yeah, all right.
And it's
Thank goodness.
What, perception?
Perception.
Yep.
Cool. I rolled a 15.
15, okay. You don't see this. The wind obscuring your vision a little bit. You don't see this, Ara. But Milo, aft of the ship, so from the north, you see just out of the little mist, not the mist, the rain, the small little shower, you do see on the horizon what appears to be the silhouette of another ship.
Okay.
I
will essentially do the same as the last time we crossed paths with the ship.
Okay.
Allowed to get close enough to at least start seeing
It takes
figures and shapes on it.
Well, given that you're sailing away from it, it's not coming up on you nearly as much. You are able to maintain focus on it. It does look like it's getting closer, but it's like sunset before, and it doesn't even look like it's made it halfway to you yet. And as night falls, the crew starts cutting down the sails, and the captain says, The captain orders the ship, just in case, at nightfall, to sail for about another hour east, just straight east. And he just says, we'll just make sure. Tars, he does in fact call Tars to the helm and seems to speak with him and ask counsel about it. And then Tars seems to nod and agree in agreeance. Before he gives the order. And then night falls. They sail for about an hour. The crew secures the sail, and everyone goes about their food. That night, more of the sailors are playing rubbish as they're about to re-enter Coasthold. Sam Tushy gets another game of rubbish going, which you guys are more. They do wave you over and invite you guys to play if you would like.
Of course, Ranshaw will.
Yeah.
Very friendly today.
I don't feel like losing my money this time.
With the captain giving an order kind of out of the ordinary from the rest of the knights, I think Milo, being a paranoid creature to begin with, I think takes his meal and back up to the deck and kind of eats his meal from there and just continues to scan.
Absolutely.
While we make that that turn off.
I like that
course correction.
Yeah, I like that. Okay.
Ranshaw, I assume at this point everybody on board knows about the ship possibly following, but Ranshaw is just eternally optimistic today. And he's like, nothing bad will happen. Let's go play.
Nothing bad ever happens.
Now.
All right. So a couple shooters come up, Ranshaw, and some bets are made. If you would like to bet on this first shooter, send your Mr. I almost said Senor Tucci. Sam hands him the dice and says, "All right, shooter coming out. Pass or fail.
So as I recall correctly, fail is the long odds, right?
Yes, 6. It's 1 to 4 that he fails. He has a roll of 7. If it's a 6 to 1 to pass.
10 on fail.
10, okay, same bet. So 8 on fail, just to match. And
I thought you said 1 to 4.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry, my mistake. On fail. Yes. Okay. He shoots. That's a 9. 9. Losing your 10 silver right off the bat, Ranshaw. That's what we like to see. All right, gentlemen. The point is 9. If you're with him, 1 to 2. If you're against, 2 to 1. Place your bets. He starts taking bets and coinage.
Then I am with him for 10.
With him for 10. All right. He shoots. Coming out. Shooter coming out. Come on, Hank. Show us what you got. That's a 9 right off the rip. So,
woo!
Everyone, some people cheer, and coin is passed out. So you've got your original 10 plus 20. So, you're 10 up at the moment. Congratulations.
There we go.
And he says, "All right, Ranshaw, here you are." And he hands you the dice. All right.
Hey.
Ranshaw, you can't bet this round. Everyone else, place your bets. First for shooters. Going out.
6.
6. All right. Point is 6. Place your bets. Ranshaw, you betting on yourself?
Nah, I'll let everybody else bet on me.
All right. I'm going to keep the 10.
Yeah.
All right, very good. Roll them out. Yeah, at this point, it doesn't matter if you're not going to bet.
It's like, that's a 5.
Yeah, don't worry about it. We'll say
6.
Oh, there you go. You win. All right. Well, other people win.
Right.
That goes on for a couple hours. Some people, you will say you place a couple more bets, you break even on those bets, so you can keep your 10 silver.
Works for me.
Yay. Eventually, the house goes to sleep, and Milo, you don't notice any anything from your place up there. Even with your high perception, especially with your high perception, it doesn't seem like anyone's following you. But then again, it is the pitch black of night. The only illumination you have is actually lanterns on your ship itself, and you're looking for lanterns of other ships out in the darkness, and you don't seem to see any. Which you gather means either they ain't there or they've doused their lanterns. Yeah, there are no lanterns.
Dark vision wouldn't help this at all, would it?
No.
Not, dark vision.
I know
typically,
it's not that far.
It's like 60 feet on the ocean.
Yeah. I had to ask just
You're
in case.
40 feet off the
like
deck
maybe
right now.
he
Right.
slips up a little bit. It's like, yeah.
No.
Like 60 feet on the ocean is like you're about to have a collision. That's
And gentlemen, real quick, we're making good time. Turns out when you've got a small party, time flies. Let's go ahead and take our bio break real quick. Get some water, get some snacks. Baby.
baby.
We'll be back in 12 minutes. Let's say 9:45.
9:45. All right.
Here we go.
Got it.
All right, recording unpaused.
All right.
All right, and we're back in position. All right, welcome back, everyone. Hopefully future me wasn't too boring for you. We will get into this. Gentlemen, you go to sleep that night, and you get some... You get some rest. You wake up the next morning. Some of the other crew are already up. You get some food you get some early morning breakfast from the galley. You go up on deck. Ranshaw, you were already awake, but it will say that you woke up and it was still dark. So it doesn't really start, the light doesn't start to come in until Milo and Arhara, you guys wake up at sunrise, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
And after you get your food, you go back up on deck. I want all three of you guys to go ahead and make me a perception check.
Let's do this.
Woo.
Hudson rolled me a 19 earlier.
Renshaw, what do your elf eyes see? Not bad though, especially since I am proficient in perception checks.
10.
21.
25.
Okay.
Oh. Ooh, that's good.
I see with my little eyes.
Everything.
It's
We see
Expertise is a hell of a drug.
Milo and
Apparently,
Ranshaw. From the west of you guys, directly, we'll say northwest of you guys, you spot the silhouette of a ship. Hello, doggy. Didn't even know Pollux was in here. You guys spot the silhouette of a ship, which is not unusual. I mean, there was one there previously. Go ahead and both of you make me deduction checks, investigation checks. I'm going to do that every time.
One of these days you will say it correctly, but also you'll mean a different check.
Hell will freeze over.
Ooh, good.
Not so great.
19, which is really good for me.
I got a 10.
Okay. Ranshaw.
Yep.
While you didn't see the ship last time, you heard about it. It was presented, you knew why you guys traveled east. It's closer in an easterly direction than you would have thought possible. Now, you guys only traveled an hour in the dark. That's all that the captain felt comfortable doing. Mm-hmm. But it doesn't seem to have... It also seems to have turned easterly. For some reason. You don't know that it's bad. Maybe they were doing the same... Maybe they had the same thought process you guys did. But it would seem that they moved towards you guys whether they saw you or not, you can't know.
Well, you said that maybe they had the same thought process that we had, but the whole reason why we did it is because we thought we might be being chased.
Yes, isn't that interesting?
So I would.
So it's
like
a chain of
attempt-
ships.
I don't see anything else on the water, right? Like it's just them.
Nope. As far as you know, it's just that that ship in the northwest.
Then Ranshaw would like to attempt to insight on whether or not he believes that perhaps this ship has executed an intercept course.
I'm going to say that because insight requires you to really be interacting with another person to garner what their intent is.
Then using my ancestral
check, the investigation check that you rolled was high enough for you to. You can't necessarily know that that's what they were doing, but reasonably enough, that is a possibility. And given that you guys know there's pirate activity on these waters, it's certainly enough to warrant concern.
Yep. I think I don't like the look of this one bit. Don't feel right. Nope. I think we should talk to the captain.
Oh, I see it now.
Sure. You pointed out to him.
Right.
Ah.
Yeah. You see that right there?
Oh, yes. I saw that the whole time.
Milo being up in the crow's nest, he's going to look and see once again if this ship, well, first size, and if it's hoisting any colors on it.
From the current distance, it is closer to you, but it's not enough to see any standards that it's bearing. You are able to get a kind of a feeling for the size. It doesn't seem to be anything superiorly larger to your current craft.
That's what I was worried for.
Yeah, it might be the same size from this distance. It is tough to tell, and you don't have a lot of experience, but it doesn't seem to be superior in any way.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
All right. And Ranshaw, Tars has made his way up and is standing on the poop deck with the captain. And as you make your way to them as well,
making my way down to.
Hey, Tars, Heyman. I don't know about you, but that ship to me looks like perhaps it's attempting to catch up with us. It seems just a mite suspicious.
Heyman pulls out a spyglass. It is certainly closer. We did make an easterly course to try and avoid him, and yet it's closer. Tars, William Tars saying, Captain, whether it be friendly or not, if it is a possibility of a threat, we must do our utmost to avoid it, given our current mission. He says, of course. He starts shouting out orders to his men. Nothing you have, especially with your ancestral knowledge, he's basically saying, put as much wind in the sails as possible.
Right.
Tars walks over to you and he says, get your boys ready, Ranshaw.
Right. Sounds like an idea. Just out of curiosity, would you be opposed to us attempting to grab a dinghy and making an assault? They'll never see it coming.
He looks up at the sky at the
they'll
bright
see it
sunlight.
coming, but they won't be expecting it.
He says, no, they have to. He looks at you and he says, if they board us, we have the advantage.
Right. I'll let the others know then. Walking over. So I'd know that Milo was in the crow's nest, right?
I would imagine so, yeah.
Yeah. It's like, hey, Milo! You may want to get down here. We got stuff to talk about.
Looks over. Coming.
And
climbs down.
Ara, I know that you're a dragonborn, but I have forgotten what color dragonborn you are.
Amethyst.
Amethyst. All right. Ara, where are you? Get your glittery butt over here. We gotta talk.
On my way.
All right. 30 seconds later, you guys are able to join him. Mon and Tarax, who are technically still here, also join you guys. And then, but Tars does not. Tars remains on the poop deck, just intently watching the threat.
All right, boys, here's the situation. For any that haven't noticed, if you look over yonder, we got a ship over there that seems to be possibly trying to follow us, possibly trying to catch up to us. Captain doesn't feel good about it. Tarsh doesn't feel good about it. I don't feel good about it. And Tarsh wants us to be ready for any potential unfortunate conflict that may come up.
Sounds fair.
I'm always ready.
Mon and Tarax
Right,
saying, of course, that's just logical.
All right, then. So, Tarsh would prefer that we wait until they get close enough to attempt a boarding action before we do anything in order to give us the advantage, or so he puts it. And I suppose he's not entirely wrong there. So we should determine where best we could take up a defensive position. Although that said, my plan, once they get that close, is you all defend and I'll launch an attack. We'll flank them.
I think I'm following.
Fantastic. Tarex and Man, depending on how poorly things go, we may need to tap into some of our more specialized abilities to cause some real...
At this point, while you're talking to them, Grimble walks up and he says, "Oi! Has anyone got any good drink around here?" And you hear Tarsh yell out. "Mon, Tarax, take him down below. Do not leave his side and do not let him out of your sight." Sorry, that's the DM saying Mon and Tarax are not an option for you.
All right, no, not a problem. If necessary, I think I can do it myself anyways.
I didn't want you to come up with a strategy and then then they'll be like, no, those pieces are off the board.
Good
I
save.
get it. Good idea.
Yeah.
For Milo, trying to think of where he'd position. The crow's nest is how high from the deck?
A little over 40 feet.
So about, over 40. Is it one of those like bucket type crow's nests?
It is.
Okay, so like being able to see below it is pretty difficult.
Below it, yes. I would say that if they're on the ship, that shooting down at them, unless they're prone, is at disadvantage. Just at the angle of attack.
And it's 40 feet drop. Nah, it's not worth it. I guess a good position.
Well, here, you know what? I apologize. I'm having you guys come up with a plan without understanding where you're at. Hold on.
Let us see the terrain, the lay of the land.
Oh.
So it's the same ship you guys were on. I just reversed it.
Update.
Yeah.
The other direction. All right.
Okay.
I'm assuming that we're heading south, right?
Yes, you guys are heading south.
So we're heading south.
Okay.
And they're approaching, you said, from the northwest?
They're currently at a northwesterly vector from you, yes.
Gotcha. So they'd be coming in from here.
Yeah.
I think I'd stay up with I'm assuming the captain's the one who's on the wheel.
He is, yes.
I think I'd stay back here with the captain.
Okay, you're on the poop deck. Tars is also on the poop deck looking out, staying with the captain as the various sailors are running about doing their jobs.
I'd be right here, hopefully as close as possible to when they get within range.
Jump!
So, a couple hours go by. You guys continue to talk, but as a couple hours go by, the captain makes a couple course corrections. Okay. First off, he shifts to travel southwesterly, okay. And to see if the ship will, in fact, follow directly. And it does seem to be the case. And as you guys continue to see it, it is gaining on you guys. The captain then shifts to go southeasterly as he wants to be able to approach the Coasthold the Antumbara Peninsula, and the wind is actually on the side, so you guys actually pick up speed. And it delays the other ship, as the other ship is still north of you and must come due south to get an intercept heading on you. And it seems to delay it, but even as you guys have more wind in the sails, you still notice that it is getting closer, albeit at a slower rate. It gets to be about 2 p.m, and at this point, you guys can start to see individuals, not necessarily details of faces or anything, but figures, as well as a black flag sailing on its mainmast.
All right. All right.
And Tar says, "All right, we know we can't outrun it. Captain, how long do we have?" Captain says, "About 2 hours, maybe. Maybe if we try and cut in a little bit more, we can extend that extra half hour, but I can only cut southeasterly so much before we run into the peninsula, as you guys can in fact see it heading on the horizon." Mm-hmm. Tar says, "All right, we have our additional party members down below providing close protection to Grimble. Captain, when they get within 10 minutes of this ship, have your crew spill the wind from the sails and get below deck as quickly as possible. The rest of us," and he looks around at you all, "we do not let them go below deck."
Right.
What's your plan?
I'd recommend that someone with punching abilities probably be near the stairs, because I feel never mind, you have good speed, you're pretty fast, dude. Because if they get towards the stairs, I'm not making it there quicker than them.
So we want to make sure that they don't get below decks. I am extremely mobile.
Mm-hmm.
I would recommend that perhaps our less mobile members take up positions closer to the entrance to the hold to ensure that nobody gets past them there. I have a particular plan. Some might call it suicidal, but I have a particular plan to take the fight to them.
You're going. With them saying that, I do agree, and I just cross and end up on the whatever this side of the name of the ship is.
Okay, the forecastle. All right. Now that's only a couple feet off of the deck. It's not exactly a super advantageous position, but it is higher up. Tars looks at you all and he says, "I agree. Captain, I'm afraid we're not going to put up a fight for your quarters. We'll make up anything. we need to keep them off the lower decks, so your men will have to be down there. The captain just says, I understand. You speak for the owner. I just sail the thing. And he continues to do his job. Tars looks at you, Ranchon, and he says, if you're doing what I think you're going to do, try not to land in the water this time.
Ha! Well, now that I don't have a belly full of whiskey, so I think I can manage that.
All right, you understand.
Maybe a belly full of whiskey will help.
No. He looks at you. Yeah, he looks at you and says, you understand. We won't be able to get over to you if you get in trouble.
I understand, but I signed up for this, and, well, I have a plan to get out, possibly. But
right.
If I can buy it any time, that's the plan.
All right. He looks at you, Arha, and he says, you and I guard those stairs. They do not make it past us.
Alrighty.
So he will go and stand here, and he looks over at you, expecting you to join him.
Okay, I am by the stairs.
No, he expects you to be right next to him.
Oh. What side of the ship? Is it?
Are they coming in?
The ship is going to approach you. The ship is going to intercept you guys on the
because we
port
turned
side.
southwest.
Oh yeah.
You guys turn southwest. It is still on your westerly, so it has the inside track on you essentially.
Gotcha.
So a couple hours goes by. It's getting really close. What you guys can see are 2 ballistas on each side of the ship, as well as several pirates, and a big lad with a very large hat and feathers coming out of it, seemingly egging them on. And you get to start to hear faint battle cries, just simple, ah, as he comes into view. At this point, Tar signals the captain, and he says, all right, the captain says, spill the sails, boys! Let them fly! And crew members undo some of the tight roping, letting the sails start to flap and spill. The ship almost immediately, like within 30 seconds, coming to a dead stop on the ocean. And then all the crewmen quickly scampering down below deck. And within minutes, the pirates are upon you all. Okay. Gentlemen.
Start your engine.
We will reveal the pirate ship.
Oh no.
Okay.
Wait, there's more.
As the pirates approach, what you can only assume is the captain holds up another hand cone and he says, ahoy there! Don't, oh my gosh, I'm tired. I don't guess that you're willing to just surrender the ship to us without a fight.
I would like to go ahead and use Sacred Flame and catch their sails afire.
Oh, we're just starting.
I mean, I was like, you can take that offer and shove it up your...
Okay. He says, I was hoping you'd say that, as he's watching his sail go up on flames. He says, you're going to pay for that one, though, boyo. And as they approach, the ballistas fire into each of your mainmasts, into your mainmast and your foremast, and ropes attached to giant bolts fly across and attach themselves to the mainmast. Crew on the other side begin to pull on that to drag the ship closer, and they get to this distance very quickly. And the crew on the ballista start to reload it, and by the time they get there, they are reloaded. I need everyone to roll me initiative.
Hello everyone, thank you guys so much for joining us today. I hope you are enjoying the video. If you are, then please hit that like and subscribe button so you never miss an episode from us. Also, please support the players in their personal YouTube careers. All the links to their channels are in the description, but we will get back to the action now. Thank you guys again, and we hope to see you another time. Bye.
Not bad.
21.
All
Point
right.
Dang.
21.1.
Nice.
All right, let's go, Milo.
14.9.
14.9. Wow, not a great roll for you, huh? Ramshaw.
17.4.
Thank you very much. All right. I'm a bee. All right. Excuse me. At this point, as they get to this stage, the captain and these two individuals swing across by throwing grapples up onto the beams of your ship and swing over. And they say, "Avast! Surrender to Bloodbeard or pay the price."
Bloodbeard. We love this.
I have to admit, I made a mistake. I named him that before I named you Bloodhair, but it was on my
We will
mind.
show you who the true blood is.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, blood versus blood.
And he moves up and attacks the first thing he can, which is Tars. Here we go. Oh, of course, I have it on the wrong page. Very good. Starting out well.
He made the first mistake.
Being born.
Yeah.
All right. So he pulls out a very large curved sword and just starts swinging it at Tars. One is a crit, one does not hit. And then he pulls out, my God in heaven, a dagger and hits it and stabs at him again. Tars does his best to block. With Tars, by the way, carrying two swords, one long and one short, does his best to block, but unfortunately he will take quite a bit of damage here. He will take that and where do I have it? There he is. All right, that's the captain's turn. All right, Ara, we're going to you. It is
All right.
your turn.
I'm going to move up next to the captain because he just hurt my friend,
Sure.
and use my longsword.
Okay, roll to hit. Like it. Good plan so far. This plan, good plan.
14 plus 6, so 20.
20 will hit. Roll your damage.
I would like to do Divine Smite.
Okay, very good.
So Divine Smite is an extra 2d8.
8. Yes, so 3d8 plus strength mod, essentially, is what you're doing here.
Alright, so the 6 to 5, so 11, 13, and then plus 4, so 17.
17. Alright. You engage him quickly with divine power coursing through your blade and strike him. And is there anything else you would like to do?
The ship, is their sails really on fire?
Their ship is currently on fire, yes.
Good. Alright, cool, thank you.
Uh-huh.
That's all I need to know.
Their ship is on fire.
Alright. And Green will skip. Alright, this individual who sees you running up on him, on the captain, will engage you. And will make 2 attacks at you at advantage because pack tactics, because we all know how much I love pack tactics.
You do love
I
your pack
love me some
tactics.
pack tactics. Making sure. Okay.
Jacob, pack tactics are the most fair monster ability ever, hacker.
All right, the first attack hits, and you will take only 3 points of slashing damage. He will attack you again, though, and will roll an 18. I think still hits. For you?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. And you will take.
18 is my armor class.
If it meets, it beats, and you will just take another. You'll just take another 3 points of slashing damage. So you're okay, all things considered.
I'm okay.
All right. Tars is up, and then Ranshaw, you get to go.
Okay.
So, Tars, understanding, never mind. I was about to say moves to try and prevent a flanking opportunity, but he can't. He's committed to blocking this. So he will just attack the captain, and he will roll 3 attacks. Plus 5, 17. Okay. 1 hit, so 1 just completely whiffs. 1 of the longsword attacks completely whiffs. The second does hit, and then you see him all come up with a third strike from a short sword, and the captain, kind of holding his chest, just raises his sword and blocks it, parrying it away. So he will only take 1 hit from William Tars. But for good damage, he will deal 8 points of slashing damage to him. All right, Ranshaw, you are up.
Alrighty. So, I'm going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna try something. I'm going to use my action to attack this guy, but specifically I want to try and shove him.
I like it. Okay.
I want to try and shove him into the deep.
Very, very good.
Which I believe is a contested check.
It is. So yeah. He go ahead and roll yours. You'll I guess technically he sets the DC because he's the Oh, that's cocked. Hold on.
Well, you tell me if 25 is something he can even come close to doing.
He can't. Nope. All right. So you run up, and he almost takes a swing at you, but then you cut into this position.
Just a boom.
Okay. And single hand twist open palm straight into his sternum, and he just goes overboard, tumbling into the water.
Bye.
He does. He's still. You can hear him swimming around, but as you look overboard to see what happened, he dropped his weapon.
Yeah, good.
So he is essentially weaponless at the moment.
Good.
All right.
And then, for my bonus action, I'm going to face step to here.
Okay.
And since I'm in my summer form, when I appear, those two take 2 fire damage.
2 fire damage. Okay.
They both take it.
I love it.
Remember, the floor is on fire.
That's fine. I'm where I want to be. I've got one guy temporarily out of the fight, and I've already put damage on 2 others. I'm doing what I want to do.
All right. They, as you pop in, they are like as essentially a bad sunburn hits them.
All right, boys, let's have some fun.
Okay. Very good. I like it. All right, the scout is going to go up here, and then we're coming to you, Milo. So, Larry, as you essentially are the one engaged with the captain the most, he's the scout takes aim at you first and fires 2 shots at you.
Excellent.
The first one is definitely going to miss. The second one, though, is a 19, which I do believe hits.
It hits.
All right, so you will take 7 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And then it kind of reaches in its quiver to knock another arrow. All right, Milo, you are up.
I feel like someone is trying to outshine me. So.
Okay, and just to be clear, I should have specified this. They're in the crow's nest. I didn't make a crow's nest. They're up in the crow's nest though, and it does provide half cover.
What is that? Half cover?
Yes, it will provide half cover.
There can be only one archer in this fight.
As I'm almost at half health.
Oh God, really?
Yeah.
You'll be
8
fine.
points? You're only 16 max HP? That doesn't seem right.
No. I'm at 20. 28 is max. I'm at 15.
Oh, oh, you're right, because this guy attacked you already. Okay, sorry.
Yep.
In my head, you'd only been attacked once.
It's
Well,
fine.
I guess it's a good thing that you should be able to touch yourself.
Yes, I should.
All right.
Touch your
So
holes. All right.
it's gonna move forward.
Okay.
Yeah, Milo doesn't care. He's gonna try anyways.
Okay.
For the guy in the crow's nest.
Okay.
You got this, Milo. I believe in you.
That
You're
is
the Hairlander.
24 to hit.
That seems okay. That'll probably hit.
And then I'm going to mark this person as my favorite foe.
Okay.
And they take 11 points of piercing damage. And second shot. That is a nat 20.
Oh, nice.
The Hairlander! There can be only one.
Me no like it. Me no like. So with that, that is
A lot of dice.
$12 points.
12. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah,
All right.
didn't get too high on one of those 8s.
Yeah. That does stink.
All right. Very good. That does damage to him though. Significant damage. All right. Bandit Blue, rubbing off the cinders of his burned hairs, will attack you, and of course, surrounding is in effect. So,
Yep. That's fine.
um,
I'm okay with it.
good news is though. Oh wait, hold on. He moves because he'd rather have advantage.
Yeah, so giving
Yep.
up the surrounding for the
For the advantage, yep.
Fair
But
enough.
that's still not very good. That is only a 14 to hit.
Nope.
All right, the second attack is a 21 to hit.
I'll allow it.
No, I'm an idiot. This guy doesn't have a second attack, so never mind.
Oh.
You guys
So
notice
So I won't allow it.
You won't allow it. This ballista aims, and it's kind of got cover from you, so it doesn't really see you, Milo. It can only see these two. So Larry, odds it hits Tars, evens it hits you. That's an even, or it will aim at you. Excuse me. So it's gonna fire a single ballista bolt at you. That's an unnatural 20. And it does 2d8 damage. Plus 2. So, or no, just, I think I just had it do 2d8. Let me just double check. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
I'm dead.
Not necessarily. Plus 5. Oh, it's actually it's just actually a 21 to hit, but it just does 2d8 damage. Just. You will take 9 points of piercing damage as the ballista bolt slams into your back. And does a significant amount of damage to that spinal cord of yours that you do have.
All right.
The second ballista red over here, actually swivels it towards Ranshaw, as he does not like. He wasn't planning on boarding actions on his ship, so Ranshaw, he's gonna take a strike at you.
Go right ahead.
He doesn't hit you at all. That's just a that's an 8 to hit. As the bolt slams into the deck and puts a hole in it. Blue, as the hole's right below Blue, he says, "Stop putting holes in our ship!" And then Bandit Red is out here. All right, top of the initiative order. Very good. Captain Bloodbeard here is going to attack, and then we will come to you, Ara, if you're still up. So he's going to take two longsword strikes at Tars. Okay, one just completely ramped away. Both of those hit. One is a crit. So the crit will do 10 points of damage plus an additional 7. So he takes 17 total. And then as his third attack, he tries to stab his dagger at the wounded Arhra. That is only a 14 to hit, Ara. So you stumble forward from the bolt strike, and you see the captain making an eye at you, and you instinctively move your shield in the way to block it, so you are safe. And it is your turn now.
Well, I guess I probably should lay on hands myself.
Touch grass.
I have 6 health.
Ooh, don't tell that to the DM.
Okay.
Paladin, touch thyself.
Alright.
Paladin, it's the only touch you can allow yourself from your vows.
With that pool, okay, so your pool is...
It doesn't technically violate the vow of celibacy.
Your paladin level times 5.
Yep.
Okay,
so you put a max of 15 on you.
Alright, I'm doing all 15.
Probably should, yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good.
That sounds right. That's your action.
Okay.
All right, very good.
You can do with your bonus action.
If I have a bonus action.
Shield of Faith might not be a bad idea.
I was gonna say I have I'm gonna use Shield of Faith.
Okay, so you cast Shield of Faith. It is concentration. It's a +2 to AC, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Okay. So as a bonus action, you heal yourself, and you begin saying, "I shall not fall." Or you speak words of encouragement to yourself, saying, "I shall not fall to injustice today," and a golden light begins to emanate from you as your scales and your armor seem to thicken from magical protection. And then Bandit Green will go. Bandit Green will, of course, attack Ranshaw. Ranshaw, that is an unnatural 20.
Okay, alright.
And you will take max damage of 8 slashing.
So I'm going to go ahead and use my reaction
Okay.
to deflect strike on that.
Sure.
I'm going to reduce it by, let's see here, 3 plus my dexterity, which is 4 for 7, plus my monk level. So going to reduce that by 10.
Okay. All right, so you take nothing
So
from
I'm just going to...
Bandit Green.
I do, and I'm trying to decide if I want to spend a key point here, because Bandit Green is... Yeah, Bandit Blue is a valid target. I'm going to do that.
Okay.
I'm going to spend a key point and do some fun stuff with my deflect attack. So since I reduced it to 0, I'm going to redirect the attack to a creature within 5 feet of me, since it was a melee attack, and the creature must succeed on a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
Which I believe my DC is a 14.
14.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 10, so they'll take the damage, which I believe is your martial arts
Cool.
die.
Yep, 2 rolls of my martial arts die.
Oh my god, really?
Yep.
I think they reduced that in the new 1 D&D PHP. I think it's just 1, but
So-
okay.
So he'll take 7 points of blood, or whatever the attack type would have been. Slashing, I assume.
Damage, yeah.
7 points of slashing as I deflect the blade into him.
Sure. And it cuts him right on the arm. And he's peeved because he's like shouting at the ballistic guy, and then all of a sudden, whack! He's like, ah!
Yeah. You stop shooting at me!
And then he turns at Green. He's like, "Stop slicing my arms off!"
He's having a bad day.
Why are you hitting on teammate, huh, buddy?
That was worth the discipline point.
All right, the thug is up. Thug don't like Dragonborn. Thug attack Dragonborn. Hold on, double check. Yeah. Thug also have pack tactics, which are of course best tactics. But that is just a 15 to hit, which will not hit. Second attack will try for an 18, which would have hit you, but you Shield of Faith, so you're good. William Tarse will now engage, and he's just going to, of course, attack the captain here with 3 attacks.
Come on, William Tarse.
Go Tarse!
The first is a 21. That will hit. Second is a 16. That will not. The third is a 8. That will not. So only 1 hit.
Dang.
But it is the longsword. For 6 damage.
Alright.
Alright. Ranshaw, you are up.
Alright. I've been contemplating my action, and what I do depends on your ruling here. Are we using the technically current rules for unarmed strikes, or are we going to be using the unarmed strike rules for the updated monk?
No, we're going to use what you guys are using for the rest of this season. So what you guys have on your character sheets, we're going to use that. We won't be updating one D&D.
Okay. All right. So unarmed strikes operate per 2014.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So that changes what I would do.
Okay. Yeah, we're not for everyone that's I think I said this last season. One D&D is putting out their new PHB here in a couple months. We're going to operate on 2014 rules until next season. We will update everyone's characters and everything next season, but for the rest of the season, even if the PHB comes out before the end of the season, we're gonna use the standard rules just so everyone has an understanding of the characters, because not everyone's gonna have the money or the desire to just go out there and run and grab that book immediately. So we're gonna stick with 2014. 2014, so, I say that we're using adjusted arcana and everything.
Right, we're doing some UA and whatnot. Yeah,
right.
But the definition of what an unarmed strike can do is what I was looking for there. So
yeah, we're not. Yeah, you can't do the shove and all that yet. Even though that is a cool idea, and I am excited for that.
Well, so instead, I will patient defense to disengage as a bonus action. Okay. Doesn't cost a discipline point to do that. And we're going to do 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, and use my action to shove Mr. Ballista off the boat.
All right, roll. I will roll the DC. That's a 13. Got to beat a
22.
13. Yeah, that'll do it. Whoopsie.
Let's see here. I spent 35 to get there.
Yes.
40. And that was action, bonus action, movement. Okay, feels good.
Okay. All right. We're gonna go the scout, and then we'll come to you, bunny boy. Not liking you, it's gonna take 2 attacks at you. Firing 2 arrows. The first is definitely not going to hit. The second is a 16.
That hits.
That hits. Okay. So you will take...
The snipers are currently preoccupied with each other.
A whopping 3 points of piercing damage.
Do better. I'm just kidding. No. That was a joke.
Yeah.
Take it back.
And at this point, it's actually going to spend its movement to crouch down behind the crow's nest, the wood paneling of the crow's nest.
When's the fire going to reach the crow's nest?
Well, every round of combat is 6 seconds. It's not burning quite that much.
Okay.
It is your turn, though, Milo.
Can I still see him?
No, he is crouched down behind wood paneling at the moment.
Dang it. Well, that changes things. Here's a question. If I shoot an arrow hard enough, could it go through the panel?
I will let you make me a investigation check at disadvantage, since I'm not going to require you to make the full... I don't want to take your whole action, so I'm going to give you disadvantage on the investigation check.
Okay. Oh, no, I'm just going to move on with my life.
Okay. I mean, what'd you get?
That was a 3 on the dice.
Yeah, you can definitely pierce that wood. Absolutely. You're so confident in it.
Screw it. I guess I'm wasting around. I am going to strike. Try to pull that as far back as I can.
All right.
Use as much muscle as possible to get it further than I normally would.
Okay. Just roll the damage. You can hit the thing. Just roll the damage.
Just the damage?
Yeah, just roll me damage. I'm just curious.
I guess it does depend on what I'm hitting, though.
You're hitting a wood paneling.
Because that's 6 damage.
Yeah. So you are so confident, and you kind of see a narrow crack in the boards where you think you can hit it, and you let loose, and the arrow hits exactly in the crack and just stops dead in its tracks.
Of course.
Had you did max damage, I might have allowed 1 point, but not now.
Yep, that's
your turn.
Yeah.
All right.
Should have left that one alone.
All right, the second, the bandit blue here, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, is going to, seeing his ballista friend just kicked off the side, is actually going to swing across. It uses his whole turn, but he swings across to hop over here. And that is his turn. The ballista blue loads a bolt.
Oh, dang it.
It's not ready to fire yet, but you see him move over around the ballista and shove an iron bolt into the ballista. Oops, that's bandit blue that I just marked there. Hold on. Ballista red is swimming and can do nothing. Bandit red is also swimming and can do nothing. So we will go to the top of the initiative at Captain Bloodbeard, who will takes having taken damage from Tars and not taking damage from Ara at this point, will take all 3 attacks at Tars, who is doing the most damage to him. So that is all going to hit. Wait. No, actually, only one of them hits. Only one of the longsword hits. I missed it by 1. Okay, really? And does minimum damage to Tars. So that is... all right, that's his turn. Arhura, you are up.
Sweet. I'm going to attack the captain.
You're going to attack the captain. Okay, very good. Roll to hit, please.
A 11.
11 will not hit, unfortunately.
All
right. Bandit Green will go. Bandit Green will also spend his turn to swing across, throwing a grapple up there and swing across, so that's his turn. All combatants are now on the ship.
Not all.
Well, pretty much all.
We still have a ballista boy.
We still have a ballista boy. And he's not right next to the ship. I mean, okay, you know what? We'll find out. We'll see what we do there. The thug is going to attack Ara twice at advantage. The first is just a 14, though. That will miss. The second, really, is a 17. Also will miss. So you're in the clear. Tars is up, and then Ranshaw, you can try and engage. Tars is, of course, going to attack the captain. And he will fail. Wait. Actually, he will hit all 3 times, but the captain manages to block one of them. So he takes 1d8 and 1d6 plus 6. All right, the captain takes a total of 13, and that is Tarsa's turn. All right, our Ranshaw, excuse me.
All right, I'm going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. And we're going to go ahead and bonus action over here. I deal 2 fire damage to each,
everyone.
To all of those.
All right, 9, Bandit Green, and this one. Okay.
And I'm going to say, especially to Bandit Green and Blue, it's like, boys, I thought we were having fun.
All right.
And then I'm going to use my action to smack this guy in the back of the head since I have surrounding on him.
Very good. Roll to hit.
Yep. That's pretty good. That's a 16 on the die. I get an additional 2, so that's a 24 to hit.
That will hit.
Cool. And you know what? I haven't really had reason to do this before, but these pirates I don't feel like so much leaving alive. So when I hit, using my fun Draconic Disciple ability, I'm changing my damage type from bludgeoning to fire.
Okay.
These fists of fire. And 10 damage. 10 fire damage.
Okay.
Whoa!
Yeah, you punch, and it's a bit confusing at first glance. It's so fast that the heat almost seems as if it's because the friction from your punch moving so quickly. You know it's for magical energy, but as far as this guy knows, it's a bullet punch. And he just takes it right on the chin. And it burns. He had a beard, or he had a mustache and a beard. He does not anymore. And that you want to keep going?
Oh, that was action.
Oh, you bonus action to
I'm
face
good.
step. That's
yeah.
right. Okay.
Yep. I'm good.
All right. The scout pops up from his position and fires 2 bolts at Milo. The first is a 13 to hit.
Miss.
Okay, the second is a 21.
Hit.
Okay. And you will take 9 points of piercing damage, and then he will duck back down behind his crow's nest.
This guy's gonna make me mad.
All right, and it is your turn, Milo.
Well, I'm not falling for it again. I'm actually going to turn my attention. Looking at the pirate captain, Bloodbeard.
Okay.
What? Does he look bloodied?
He's taken damage. You know, his clothes, his fancy clothes. He's very much. He very much looks like a peacock. Are cut up from the sword attacks from Tars. And there's a little bit of blood coming from him, but he's wearing a red shirt, so he was prepared.
Bring me my brown pants.
And where I'm standing, do I have a lift enough to be able to see over Tarsh?
You can get a shot on him. What I will say is that Tars probably, because of your height, it's not, you don't have a huge lift, and it might have been okay, but because you're only 3 feet tall, you have a shot. It would probably be, let's say, 3/4 cover. Or you can take and if you miss, you could theoretically hit Tars, if you miss bad enough. Or you can take disadvantage on the shot to ensure that you don't hit Tars at all. Essentially calling your shot.
Yeah, no. 3/4 is kind of a lot. What's that, like +5 for
It's a
3/4?
+5, yeah.
Yeah. That's a lot of AC on that. So I think these guys are handling these melee guys, so I'm going to continue trying to get rid of these range folks.
Okay.
And I'm going to let's call it the Hunter's Mark, the ballista.
The ballista guy? Okay.
And then take a shot at that member.
Okay. He is behind the ballista, so I'm going to also say that he has half cover, but is certainly viable and there's no risk to your friends. So certainly a better option.
Okay.
Especially since there's kind of railing up here.
That's 19 to hit.
That will hit.
So with that's that in that. That's 12 points.
Okay. All right, you get him in the shoulder, and he recoils for a second and kind of hunches behind the ballista, not sure exactly where he came from. Now he notices you're there, but you can only really see your head because you're so small, and the railing is also on your ship.
Cool.
All right. All right, that's your turn. Bandit Blue has advantage and surrounding on you, sir. So he's going to take attack at you.
Yes, I am ready.
That is a 18 plus 3, a 21 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, and you will take 6 points of slashing damage from him.
All right.
Okay. Ballista Blue kind of recoiling from you, and with his shoulder injured, it starts cranking the ballista, and it's hurt, but he can still kind of move his arm. So it appears that with his full action, the ballista is now ready to fire. Ballista Red swimming, Bandit Red swimming, Captain Bloodbeard attacking, and he did just get attacked from Aura. So what he's going to do is actually turn 2 attacks on Aura. His longsword attacks. But there's no way those are going to hit. That's the best is a 16, so that won't hit. And then he swings to kind of put Tars off guard, stabs at him with a dagger. And that will hit. That's a 16 on the die plus an amount that you guys don't need to know. And he will do damage to Tars. Okay. Tars, you hear Tars yell out in pain a little bit. As the dagger just kind of sticks into his upper pectoral on his right side. But his turn is over. Arhura, you are up.
All right, I'm going to attack the captain.
Okay, roll to hit.
19 plus 6, so 24.
That will hit. Roll your damage.
I will also be doing Divine Smite.
Okay, roll your damage. Thank you for letting me know.
Call on the gods. Smite thee.
Smite him, mighty
11
smiter.
4, so 15.
Okay. You knowing, if not the reputation of this particular captain, the reputation of pirates in general, know that this is almost certainly not the first ship he's ever attacked. You are almost certain that he has either killed, maimed, or left stranded innocent sailors, and you, with all the righteous fury that your oath demands, bring a sword wreathed in divine energy down on top of him, and you see him immediately start to bleed, and his hat is you actually managed to cut his hat almost down the center, but he pulls back, which is why it just scars his face. And he looks at you and he says, "You dare attack Bloodbeard!" And that will be your turn. Do you have anything you want to do for your bonus action? I don't think you can, but...
That was the last of my spells, so...
Okay. Alright, Bandit Green. We'll see will actually move back to be assisting with his other friend, and will roll. That is a 23 to hit.
Yup.
Okay.
That hits.
And that will be 7 points of slashing damage to you from Bandit Green.
Gonna go ahead, use my reaction.
Okay. How many times can you do
Well,
that? Is that by proficiency bonus?
That's just a thing I get to do.
No way. At level
Yep.
3, really?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Well, that was a 10 on the die, so I reduced it by 17.
Yeah, okay. Hope that gets adjusted. I know it isn't. It doesn't. I mean, I do understand, like, the monk needed something like this, and I get it, but... Alright. Alright, are you gonna key point?
I am not.
Okay.
I'm gonna hold on to my discipline point.
Okay.
Discipline
At least
point.
there is that. At least you can't just start dealing out the damage back to people.
Yeah, no. I can
Um,
reduce the damage, and admittedly, the limitation is reaction. So
Right.
if I got attacked
You can
again,
only do
I
it
couldn't.
once, right?
Yeah, once per turn, essentially.
Yeah, which, guess
So.
what?
Have I drawn the ire of some people?
You have punched Thug, and the Thug actually attacked the captain. Or rather, Ara actually attacked the captain. So as far as it knows, you showed up, burned him, and then punched him in the back of the head. So he's going to swing wildly at you and continue to attack you. Which... I think he only gets one attack, or does he get multi-attack as well? I should know this since I've been playing him for not just this session, but years, and I've moved with him twice. But I got a lot going on, so... yes, okay. So he'll attack you twice.
Okay.
The first one is a unnatural 20 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
The second one is a 24. So both attacks will hit you.
Yep.
And oh, that's max damage. So you will take a total of 16 points of slashing damage.
I'm still up.
Oh, okay. Tars is up, and then we're coming to you, Ranshaw.
Okay.
Tars is just, of course, going to attack the captain with everything he's got. 2 of those will hit, and 1 and 2 for a total of 12 points of damage. And the captain, distracted at Arhra yelling at him, gets stabbed in the stomach and then slashed on the leg as he looks angrily at Tars. All right, Ranshaw, you are up.
All right. So, considering where I'm at health-wise, we're gonna play it a little safer, teeny bit safer. I'm going to use a discipline point to do the full patient defense, which allows me to disengage and dodge as a bonus action.
Okay.
Going to move here. Shove.
Yep. There you go.
Get out of here.
Another 22.
Okay. And then I don't actually know if he can beat this, but let me just double check. Okay, he can theoretically beat this.
All right. Here's hoping that he doesn't.
He can theoretically. He's got to
All right.
get a crit. He didn't. Bye-bye.
Here we go.
All right.
Ooh.
He keeps kicking me in the...
Kicking me in the deck.
While
all right.
I do have lots more movement,
Sure.
but I don't think I'm going to use it. I'm
Mhm,
just gonna,
Yep.
I'm gonna stay here and provide bonuses.
Okay. Yes.
But as a reminder, I am dodging as well.
Okay, yeah, all right, right, okay. All right. The scout pops up and fires 2 more shots at our dear Mr. Milo. The first is definitely not going to hit. The second is an 18 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
And that is for 7 points of piercing damage.
Mm-hmm. All I'm still kicking.
Okay, and then he ducks behind his little crow's nest.
Yeah, he does.
And then Bandit, or no, it is your turn, Milo.
Okay. Because Blue goes after me. I am going to hold my action for when Blue pops back up
Blue.
to fire.
Blue.
The ballista.
Ballista Blue. Okay, you're actually in. You could. He's got half cover, but you could hit him. You don't have to hold on that one.
Okay, I thought he ducked behind it.
He's kind of, but he still has to expose himself to work the gun, and
Cool.
so
Well, then.
it's loaded. So I'd say yeah, he's not hiding on this one.
15?
That will hit. Yes, that will hit. Roll your damage.
Cool. And he's still marked. That is, damn it, 9.
You fire and it hits him right in the throat. And you actually notice that he was going to take aim. He was trying to swivel a gun towards you, and then it hits him, and he falls on the deck, knocking him out of the fight.
Let's go.
All right.
Nice.
So he's out.
I'm. Does that take a action? No, I think it's just free. You can. Oh, it's a bonus action. So I get bonus action, transition my mark to scout.
The scout up here. Okay, I'll say you can do that. I think technically it has to be in line of sight, but you know he's up there, and you already had it up there on him at one point. So I'll say you can do that. Bandit Blue engages you, Ranshaw.
Okay.
He does have advantage because the captain is within 5 feet of you. Is it
But he
within
has
5?
disadvantage. He has disadvantage though because I took the dodge action.
Ah, right. So it cancels out,
Sorry, can I
and he will have surrounded. Yeah. What's that?
one like since I have movement, I
Uh-huh.
do want to back up
Okay.
if possible.
Back up where? That's fine. Yeah, and yeah, I'd say you probably are able to avoid LOS on that too. Okay, very good. That's not going to hit. That's just a 13 to hit you, Ranch also. His second attack, he doesn't have a second attack. He's just a bandit. All right. Ballista Blue is dead. Ballista Red is swimming. Bandit Red is swimming. Captain Bloodbeard. Captain Bloodbeard, seeing where he's at and seeing his enforcer in the water, is going to take the dodge action.
Oh, okay.
He holds his swords up, and you see him kind of doing some fancy footwork to avoid you guys. And that will come to Arhra.
I consider that a win. If he's not using his 2-3 attacks, like that's huge.
That is attacked. You guys have put him in a bad spot strategically.
I'm attacking him.
Okay, roll to hit at disadvantage.
So the lowest dice, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay, that is still a 19.
Okay, that will hit. Roll your damage.
7.
7. Okay. All right, he is still up. And you see him, and he's dodging back and forth, doing his fancy footwork, and he tries to block your incoming strike, but you catch him on the leg, exposed, as he's got so many threats he can only guard so much. All right, it is Bandit Green's turn. He will move up here and attack you, Ranshaw, canceling out disadvantage. That is only a 13 to hit.
Yes.
So you will miss that.
Patient defense coming in clutch.
Thug swimming, Tars fighting, and then we will come to you, Ranshaw. So he's going to attack twice. Or 3 times, excuse me. All at disadvantage, so I do need to do this.
At disadvantage, but with an additional +3 to hit, right?
Yes. Yeah. The surrounding still works. That's not going to make it, though. That's not going to make it. Yeah, that's a 2 on the die. Yeah, that's not going to make it. So he is able to the bandit captain is able to successfully. He takes a shot from Aura, but sees Tars coming in with his strikes, and is able to either block or dance around those. So no joy on Tars. Ranshaw, you are up.
Okay. Ooh. But potentially spicy thing. These little net things, is that or grates? What?
They're grates. Yeah, they're wood grates. They're a lot closer together than what they look like.
Are like can I walk on them?
Yes, you can. Yeah, they're specifically close. Like the holes would be like 2 inches, 2 inch by 2 inch squares, probably.
Okay. This may be a bad idea, but I think it would be more fun. So,
bring it.
Yep. Normal patient defense to simply disengage as a bonus action.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna go 5, 10, 15. Let me verify that's where I wanted to be. It sure is. Okay. And using my final discipline point. We're going to Dragon's Breath. Dragon's Breath in a 20-foot cone, lightning damage. I need them to all make dexterity saving throws, please.
All right.
That's perfect.
All right, Captain. 8.
Fail.
He will fail. Green and blue will both pass. The lowest is a 14 on the die.
Lowest is a 14 on the die. Okay. So I rolled middling for damage, 8 damage. So the captain will take the full 8 lightning, and the other 2 will take half. So they'll take 4.
4. Okay.
And let's see, it took me 5, 10, 15 to get there. Yeah, at this point, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
Okay. All right. You notice as they get shocked, their muscles start to spaz. Blue and the captain seem very tired. Green takes the damage, and he's annoyed. He's shocked, but he seems like he's the most in the fight. Okay. The scout pops up, and seeing Milo not visible, he kind of sees where you are, Milo. He knows that you're over here because he can kind of catch the edge of you, but he's not confident and get a shot on you. He does see Ranshaw climbing up over here, so he's going to fire 2 shots at you.
Oh, goody!
A 1 and a 2 on the die. So,
yes!
Nope, no joy. And then he's gonna duck back down.
Never punished.
And then he's gonna duck back down because he still knows Milo exists. Milo, it is your turn. I apologize. I should have given you a warning that it was coming to you next.
No, you're good. I write him down.
That's smart.
Well, hoping I'm just going to go back to my spot, and then now I'm going to hold an action for him to pop back up.
Great. Okay, hold an action, trigger for your reaction to be him coming into view, getting LOS on him. Perfect. All right. Bandit Blue, who had to go down on one knee after that lightning, sees Ranshaw run off and is like, turns around and engages Arhra. Not surrounding, but at advantage because of the pack tactics. That is a 21 to hit for 5 points of slashing damage, and I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw to keep your Shield of Faith, which is concentration, if I'm not mistaken, right? Shield of Faith is concentration, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
I think so,
Shield
yeah.
of Faith is concentration.
All right, so I need a DC 10 con save.
10.
You made it by the skin of your teeth. You take the shot, and your faith remains strong enough to continue to protect you. The thug is swimming. Tars is up, and then Ranshaw, you're up. Tars is going to continue to attack. Wait, did I skip the captain?
I don't remember a Captain
Bloodbeard,
Blood.
Yeah, he hasn't
blood
gone.
name.
Yeah, he's just gonna take the dodge action again.
Okay.
I guess I skipped him. So
Again,
okay.
I don't hate that.
Right, that's fine. Holy oh wait, I'm sorry. That would have been really good, but they're all at disadvantage. So sorry. No.
Darn.
Yes. And no, unfortunately. So he will still take damage though.
One is some.
One is some. All right. And all right, Ranshaw, you're up.
All right. Time to make myself a nuisance.
Did I skip Bandit Green too?
So 5, 10, 15.
I think I skipped
don't know.
Bandit Green
Did you?
too.
Okay. Whoop.
I did. I'm sorry. Since it's an easy retcon, and this is just what he's gonna do. Actually, no. He's gonna move over here and help his companion, his captain.
Okay.
Oh, captain, my captain.
All right. You said that these can be walked on, right?
Yes, they can. That will miss though. Okay, continue.
All right. But let me select my token again. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Shove.
That's a
Gosh, I love
17. Got beat to 17.
Gotta be to 17. Okay.
Not bad odds, but
Not
better
bad.
than he could have been.
Well, I mean, 18.
Oh!
No way.
plus 6, 18.
All right, he falls into the water below.
Yeah.
Be
Let's see
gone.
here. I still have 5 feet of movement. Haven't used my bonus action yet. You know what? It's time to stick my ground. Stay here. Bonus action, unarmed strike. I know at disadvantage, but with surrounding. On Captain, their captain. Nope, disadvantage is really unfortunate. I was like 19 and a 2 on the die. So that does an 11. Yeah, plus 3. 11 hit. Does an 11 hit?
It will not hit.
Darn. And I'll just stay here.
All right. All right, the scout pops up, ready to shoot.
Fire!
Fire. All right, roll to hit.
Da, 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 da. 19 on the dice.
That will hit. That will hit.
Yes.
And I cannot imagine you failing to kill him on this.
And I still have Hunter's Mark on him.
Yeah, that's why I can't imagine it.
Do it.
Uh,
Don't roll all ones.
13.
Yeah, that'll do it. He pops up, and imagine that the camera is like over his shoulder as he's popping up, and as the camera is able to get at height level, his head just goes backwards as you put a bolt right through his eye, and he falls backwards.
We get the Skyrim slow motion.
Yeah. All right.
It's revealed that he had a scope on his bow, and he shot through the scope.
New age. I have a compound bow.
Yeah. All right, that's the scout's turn. So Milo, you are up. Ding dong, the scout is dead. But no, which the scout.
He's looking vulnerable.
Well, actually, technically, he's behind the mast. So.
Oh, no, that's right. Yeah, he is behind the mast.
No,
You
no,
could
no. line of
probably,
sight?
yeah, you could probably get a shot on him.
Bonus action, transition. How long can I hold up?
Should be 1 minute.
Oh, Hunter's Mark?
Is it 10 minutes? 1 hour.
It's an hour.
Yeah. 100
Very
rounds of
good.
combat. If this goes 100 rounds of combat, I'm quitting DMing. Just
All right,
retire.
I'm gonna move it over and action attack again.
Okay.
Go, Milo, go, go.
23.
That will hit. Yep. Yeah, I'll do.
5.
Only 5, really.
Yeah.
With Hunter's Mark?
With the Hunter's Mark.
Yeah. 3 to 2.
Plus
Are you adding your dexterity
dex.
modifier?
Oh wait.
Have you not been adding your dexterity modifier?
No, I have. It was just that was the one time I forgot to do it.
All right, so 9.
Yes.
I was gonna say the minimum is 6. All right. Very good. You hit him. Bandit Blue swimming. Ballista Blue dead. Ballista Red swimming. Bandit Red swimming. Captain Bloodbeard. Captain Bloodbeard looks around, and at first he looks like he might try and escape, but then he says, "Bloodbeard doesn't run," and he's going to attempt to attack Ranshaw because he was looking that direction at the escape.
The DM has decided this monk is getting real annoying.
Well,
monk must die.
Let's be honest. Josh isn't here to take all the multi-attacks, so...
It's all right. I have done so much to help this combat. I'm okay.
You have. Okay. He's going to take 3 attacks at you. There should be no disadvantage, right? You haven't done anything?
Correct.
Okay, so here we go. The lowest is a 15.
That does not hit.
The second is a 17.
Does not hit.
The third is an unnatural 20.
That will hit.
Okay.
I'm going to preemptively use my reaction. I need to.
Yeah. That's max damage for
How
10.
much is that? Ooh. Well, okay.
You can do it. You
can still do
start
this.
out with 7, so all you need is
I know,
a 3.
right? Yep.
1 or 2.
That's 6 on the die.
Ah, that's
so
it. All right.
reduce it by 13. Woo!
Yeah.
Woo! I'm still up.
All right. And you don't have any discipline points, so to remaining, do you? Oh,
Oh, sorry. No, I have no discipline
you're
points
out of
remaining.
discipline. All right, so you don't.
I
have
am
to
out of discipline points. I am out of face steps. I am very much resource spent.
Okay. All right, then, Ara, it is your turn.
All right.
The captain is exposed. Yep.
Plus 6 plus 3, right?
Yes, correct.
All right, then. Yeah, that would be a 24.
Yes, that'll hit.
Yeah. Take him out.
7 plus 4.
7 plus 4. He had 7 health remaining.
Yes!
All right. The captain goes down as he just all out recklessly going for Ranshaw here, and then leaves himself very open as you just lift your shield up and not even protecting yourself, just full on haymaker with a longsword, slam him in the guts, and pull the sword out, opening his entrails as he falls to the ground defeated. And he looks at it, he says, "Spread the name of Bloodbeard." And then he trots.
What was his name again? I don't remember.
Taserface.
I talked about this pirate. I think his name was Crotchhead or something. I don't know.
All right, he's down. Ara, you have movement?
Yes. I'm gonna move over here to this dude, and then I'm gonna say, you're a nameless dude, so you should just go ahead and fall down on the ground now.
Do you have any idea how many nameless henchmen I've killed over the years? You don't even have a name tag. You've got no chance. Why don't you just fall on the ground? Just fall on the ground right there.
Yes.
All right, Bandit Green. Shocked at the death of his captain and being told, "Oh shit," drops his sword and gets down on his knees and just puts his hands up. thug swimming. Tars looks at the thug in front of him and says, unfortunately, my friend, by the authority of the King of Coasthold, I pronounce you guilty of attempted murder and sentence you to death. And just
cold.
Just cuts his throat with his long
I'm glad
sword.
he did that because I wasn't taking prisoners.
He is an official of Coasthold. I guess he can absolutely do that.
Yeah. I mean, listen.
It's technically lawful. Is it good? I don't know, but it's lawful.
You guys don't know enough about the law of Coasthold to know if that's lawful.
That's true. That's true.
So, Ranshaw, you are up.
Yeah, Summer Ranshaw couldn't care less. He's like, all right, that's everybody on both boats. Somebody shoot up the ones in the drink. I am absolutely knackered, and I'm gonna just start. I'm like, I need to go to my cot. I need to go down. It's we're 15 after I got to drop.
Yeah.
Also,
we're done. We're done.
I was gonna say,
Okay.
For everybody's edification, I was down to 2 hit points.
Yeah, so close. So close.
You were close.
I was
so
close to all of you at one point and couldn't pull the trigger and couldn't finish it off.
I'm down to 9.
That ballista bolt was coming. That ballista bolt was coming straight for Ranshaw. Milo. Actually, it was going. It probably. I don't know. We figured it out. But yeah. All right. Have a good night. We're done. We're done. Don't worry about it.
All right. Awesome. Have fun wrapping up, everybody.
All right.
Great session.
Was fun. All right. So
I cut the rope.
You cut the rope. Okay. What we're gonna say here, guys, is that the guys who are several of the other pirate crew. Some of them have daggers, but they see the captain go down, and they're like, They're like, Captain's dead! Captain's dead! Cut the ropes! Cut the ropes! Sail! Make sail!
Are we still in...
Just tell me what you want to do.
So, as they're screaming it, Milo walks over to the captain, puts his hands inside the entrails, gets nice and puts it all over himself. There can only be one blood.
All right. Give me an intimidation check. At advantage for that.
Oh boy. Intimidation is 13.
13 total, even with the advantage, really.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have no charisma.
All right. With that, they all look say, that hair put the captain's blood all over him. They don't seem super terrified of it. If anything, it's more like insult to injury. They are like, they don't want any piece of you guys already. And now you do notice that they're making an extra step. They say, get away from the blood hair. Get away from him.
And I got a
so,
title now.
Yeah. The guys in the water start trying to make it onto the ship as individuals on the other side of the ship cut the ropes away from the ballista and start climbing up the mast to make sail, as they also had to kind of spill the wind from their sails once they attached so they wouldn't cause too much problems. So they're trying to get underway again.
Now, play the mini game of trying to put the fire out?
Yeah.
They make Constitution saving throws.
They start trying to climb, and they realize, and it's about halfway up at this point. Larry, just to let you know, the round after the scout got shot, that he was going to have to start worrying about the fire. Milo killed him. Milo killed him right before that was going to start to take effect.
Oh man!
So they run up there and they're like, no, we can't do anything about it. Cut it free. Cut it free. And they start trying to cut it. So they're on one sail and they start trying to get that in position and get out of there. And the ones who are in the water, they throw ropes down there to try and let them get out.
I'm going to throw a lamp over on their ship.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
He's not done yet.
You run downstairs, grab one of it, and what you notice is Mon and Tarax down there, like, ready for a fight, and they're like, how's it going? And you go, well, it's looking very bright. And you grab a lantern and run back up and then just hurl it onto the deck, causing the kerosene to go all over the place. And then yell, "Water! We need water!" And then at that point, Captain Hagen, can't remember. Was it Hagen? I can't remember. I'll go back and look in a minute. Comes up, he says, Heyman, thank you. Captain Heyman comes out, he's like, laughing. He's like, wow, what folly it was to attack this ship. Folly, boys! And all the sailors start coming up and laughing and making set sail. It takes a little bit of time, but you guys sail away. In the distance, you guys don't attack anymore. You just let the ship burn, and you guys watch as these guys flail about to do it. After about an hour of sailing, you guys still see thick black smoke on the horizon, right up until the moment that sunset comes and darkness falls, and it is still burning. But that is where we will end tonight's session. Well done, gentlemen. That was a tough fight. You guys pulled it out really well. It was good fun. Good role play from everyone. So thank you guys. Hey, we will be back next week. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed it, please hit that like button. Smash it right in the face to support Blood Hair. And subscribe to the channel for more. And we will see you in the next one. Thank you guys again. Okay, now speak. Fuck.
I'm messing with you.
You ass. I sat here for 3 hours and 40 minutes and re-recorded my audio. You dickhead.
You're the one that insisted I get a webcam. I can't do those pranks without a webcam.
I couldn't move, so I couldn't unmute myself.
I'm about to pull out an ODST reference. Oh, smart ass. Permission to speak. Hold on, now my camera's out of focus.
We're going to start the session. Landon and Neverwinter immediately get attacked by a kraken. He's like, that's it.
That's it.
And a meteor.
Game over. Yeah.
Right. Tiamat falls from the sky. Roll for
Everyone
initiative.
pull 5 cards from the deck of many things. I'm tired of this shit.
Let's do it.